First fight in 5 years, enter Guram Gocashivili. Joel, a lengthy grappling resume, backs the Bethel, Connecticut fighter, and to top it all off, a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some high-class grappling tonight, Blake.
Very interested to see it. No questions to the competition in the room at Teixeira MMA. Trains in close quarters with UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira.
Yeah, not a bad training partner. Not a bad training partner to have in the room with Alex Pereira. Guram, we don't really know what to expect. We haven't seen him in 5 years. He's 2-0. He was undefeated. Obviously, he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's fighting a tough competitor in Chris Choo tonight.
First walk since August of 2019, 5.5 years, but featured as one of the top prospects to watch in 2025, according to MMA Junkie. Him alongside in the main event, Abaya Meheula.
Yeah, they got two guys on this card that could be stepping up to the big leagues if they get wins tonight.
Guram Gocashivili, first two fights took place in his home country of Georgia, the same home country as Merab Dvalishvili, who got a win just a couple of days ago. But we also talked a lot about the grappling being the A side. He's won 4 consecutive grappling matches and gone gold in 5 of his last 6 tournaments. Interested to see how Guram Gocashivili out of Teixeira MMA fares here in this co-main event slate.
He's a big dude.
Well, likely the first of many in 2025 for the ever-active Chris Choo. Jason, his jump up in weight has expedited the recovery time and lent to a one-sided win late last year. Safe to say the bigger build looks good on him.
Yeah, Chris Choo, since he's gone up in weight, he looks phenomenal. He looks in great shape tonight. Speaking of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, he's got Edward Mori in his corner. Don't sleep on Chris Choo Jiu-Jitsu as well.
Always been a tough grappler in his own right. Joel, his 5th pro fight in 9 months. He's averaging a fight every 55 days.
Every 55 days. That is crazy.
Chris Choo.
Hey, stay active, my man. Stay active.
Jason, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, Chris Choo is like a freight train, man. He will fight anybody, anytime, any place, and he is never out of a fight.
Choo, let's go.
Arguably the most resilient fighter in the history of the promotion. It's got to be between him or Jerome Hatch, but been sharpening his striking with fellow Utah pro Ryder Campo. Chris Choo, his 5th professional walk. He made his debut last April. With that, let's go ahead and look at some of the numbers with this tale of tape brought to you by R&R Barbecue. Chris Choo, Guram Gocashivili, 6-year senior is Choo, 1 inch taller as well. Both fighters making weight last night, 196 for Choo, 194.5 for Guram Gocashivili. 3-1 the record for Choo. Undefeated record on the line on the other side with Gocashivili. With that, we'll kick it back over to Jackson Host.
Fierce Fest. This fight is sponsored by Mobile Metro by T-Mobile. This fight is a professional super middleweight bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and when the fight begins, the referee in charge will be Dave Selyestead. Introducing the first fighter, fighting out of the blue corner, holding an undefeated professional record of 2 wins and 0 losses. He stands 6 feet tall and weighed in at 194.5 pounds. Fighting out of Teixeira MMA, hailing from Bethel, Connecticut. Fierce fans, make some noise for Guram Gocashivili. And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, holding a professional record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall and weighed in at 196 pounds. Fighting at a Mori Training Center, hailing from Salt Lake City, Utah. Fierce fans, make some noise for Chris Choo.
Back in a familiar spot is Chris Choo in the red gloves. Guram Gocashivili awaits opposite in the blue. This super middleweight bout is brought to you by One Mobile Metro by T-Mobile. Changing the game for good with no gotchas or gimmicks. One Mobile Metro by T-Mobile, an official sponsor of Fierce FC. Car crash in the middle. Finds Choo on the floor for just a second. Shoots right back up. Shifty movement early on by Gocashivili.
Ooh, good calf kick there.
Sweeping kick finds Gocashivili on top of Choo. Just about 40 seconds into the first round. Not a lot of strikes being thrown at the moment, more so just settling in positionally, Joel.
Yeah, it looks like Chris Choo's trying to go to work there with his jiu-jitsu there. Gocashivili's doing a really good job at controlling the upper body of Choo. Trying to pass that knee through as Gocashivili. Looks like he's got him in the crucifix position there.
Looked like Choo was trying to dive under, and I don't know if that was the right move there.
Hard to see from our vantage point, but it does look as though a crucifix is well in order. Chris Choo working his way underneath, but Gocashivili certainly in the dominant position.
Chris Choo in a lot of trouble right now with Guram on top of him, like that. He's going to have to use his legs to. And Guram's got to.
Isolating that arm on the other side. Looks as though an Americana might be in order.
Looks like he's got the grip. See if he can find the leverage to finish that.
Bails on the submission. Right back to it is the Connecticut fighter. Clean transitions to get to another compromised spot is Choo, fighting his way, but no way out right now. Locked down by Gocashivili.
Smothering pressure for Gocashivili.
Heavy pressure there. And landing those heavy shots.
Yeah, Choo no answer right now.
More pummeling.
Ooh, good elbows there from Gocashivili.
This fight could be stopped here at any moment.
Choo.
Yeah, Dave's looking at it.
Chris Choo might be on life support. Nearing the end as Dave Selyusted begins to crouch down.
With 2 minutes to work here.
It's a long time.
That's a long time to be stuck in this crucifix position.
Joel, what does Chris need to do here to get out of this?
He's got to try to get one arm free. And, yep, there's a stoppage there.
There is the finish. Guram Gocashivili forces the issue and is going to move to 3-0 in the co-main event.
There's a lot of damage done in a short amount of time. Chris Choo's right side of his face is swollen shut.
An unfortunate finish for Chris Choo, but Guram Gocashivili, a special talent out of Bethel, Connecticut. I think we're going to hear a lot more of this guy, Jason.
I think we're going to hear a lot more of that. And Chris Choo is no easy out. We've seen him go through some wars, and he just had no answer for that crucifix.
Yeah, that crucifix control was very tight, very heavy pressure on top. Gocashivili had a good connection with his legs around his Choo's left arm, I believe it was, which made it harder for Choo to get that arm out to try to break free. Congratulations on the stoppage there, Gocashivili.
5.5 years certainly didn't look like it. Guram Gocashivili going to continue to be an undefeated prospect with a high ceiling in store. Quick work of Chris Choo, a first-round finish. No one's been able to do that, Joel.
No one. And Gocashivili came in here and completed that task with ease.
First fight was at 205 pounds. Second was at 185. Tonight he met in the middle at 195 pounds. Seems as though wherever he goes, he's going to take care of business. One of his wins was by submission. His other was by a decision. Going a full time with someone like Gocashivili seems to be a tall task right now. Gets it done in the first frame.
Absolutely. Impressive performance tonight.
Saw the choreography as well. I like seeing that.
Oh, yeah, I was watching.
Chris Choo being checked out by the doctors. Will stay on Gocashivili as they get a quick photo in. And Joel, so many great fights up to this point, But we are going to look forward to this main event, Julian Ruiz and Abijah Meheula. Lots of people looking forward to this one, a striker's delight in the main event.
Oh, absolutely. A striker's delight in the main event. Two phenomenal strikers. And, Julian Ruiz coming back from his loss in PFL, ready to bounce back, feeling good. I saw him in the locker room tonight. He's feeling good, ready to rumble. And he's got a tough task in front of him with his opponent.
Abijah Meheula, he has won 3 in a row, all of them by finish. Going to be an interesting one in the main event. And so many other fantastic performances through the night as well. But as for right now, still taking care of business on Chris Choo. We have a little bit of time, and for those who don't know, Fierce Fighting Championship is on their 50th show of all time, 37 main shows, 13 Challenger Series. That all being said, Joel, it has been incredible to watch the journey from small, humble beginnings out in Price, Utah in 2016 to what Fierce Fighting Championship has ballooned up to. It's pretty sensational.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I remember sitting there in Price watching one of the events there on the baseball field when Samson Fomabout was headlining, and from seeing the shows grow from the baseball field to the Maverick Center to now the Masonic Temple, Utah's premier fight league has definitely grown. And I'm so happy to be a part of it.
We'll talk a little bit more about some of our favorite events in just a little bit, but it looks as though Chris Choo is back up onto his feet. We'll go ahead and make it official with Jackson Hopes.
Fierce fans, referee Dave Celia has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes and 14 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by TKO, Guram Gocashivili.
What's that? What's that? You got mouthpiece? Check. Yeah. Guram, congratulations. That was a big win tonight against a tough competitor. We haven't seen you in 5 years in the cage. How does it feel to be back tonight?
Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Hey, me, 5 years stop, and I'm come back, baby. I'm come back and ready, everyone. I'm here.
Will we see you back in the Fierce Fighting Championship cage?
Very. Yes.
Any sponsors? Belt. He wants the belt.
Next belt, baby.
Give it up for your winner. Congratulations, Guram Gocashivili.